Hello Taurus, welcome back. If you are new to this channel, hi, my name is Bianca and welcome to Wisdom and Light, where we do trending topic readings, we do horoscope readings like this one, and whatever that's going on in the cosmos. Happy September to all of the Taurus out there, and this is going to be your September reading. August was quite hectic for me, so I wasn't able to pull up and shuffle for you guys, but now that I'm finally back home from traveling and the jet lag is starting to feel a little bit better, where I don't feel as sluggish anymore, I wanted to sit with Taurus and pull some cards for you guys. And I'm also going to be pulling some oracle messages as well. That being said, we're reading for a big group of Taurus, so please keep in mind that this is a general reading. Not every message or download that comes through is going to resonate with all of you because everyone's situation is different, but grab what is speaking to your soul, okay? So right now I just have my tarot cards right here, and I have a rose quartz because for whatever reason I felt called to bring a rose quartz for this reading in particular, and I don't really know why, but let's see what the cards have to say. But I am picking up on some type of I don't know, there's some heaviness going on with Taurus in particular, and I just kind of want to see what's going on and see what the divine has to say. So without further ado, let's begin. And oh yeah, if you're excited about this reading, give it a thumbs up. But if you want to wait till the end, that's okay too. All right, let's get to your reading. Alrighty, so I'm gonna, I pre-shuffled already, but I will be shuffling through this reading. And let's start. The first card that comes up is the Tower. I had a feeling that this card was going to show up. We have the Tower. Alrighty, so guys, don't get scared that the Tower card is here. This card is here for a reason. And let me focus. It's almost like a lot of you knew that something was going to burst, something was going to pop, something was going to tick, tick, explode. A lot of you had a feeling that something was going to take a different turn, whether it be at work, whether it be in your personal life, but whatever that came to mind, whatever that's been bothering you, or whatever that has been showing up a lot, this is that Tower moment. And I feel like it's been building and building and building and building. And around the month of August and even in September, it started to burst. And if it's nothing catastrophic or bad news, because we know the Tower card can sometimes symbolize that, it can also represent an epiphany, realizing that something is no longer working. But at the same time, there could be a stubbornness that's going on within yourself where you are trying to force it or make it work. If the red flags are red flagging, it's almost like, well, the flag isn't really red, it's purple. So maybe I can make it work. Maybe I can make it better. Maybe we can try again. Maybe we can do this again. Maybe I can keep applying, or maybe I can keep knocking on this door in hopes that somebody will answer. Maybe this is for me. Maybe this is just, okay, if I keep trying, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, because at least they see that I'm putting in the effort. But we have Two of Swords. There's something that you might be refusing to see. And then the Nine of Cups reverse. Something that you thought you wanted, something that you've been hoping and wishing for, it didn't turn out in the way that you'd expect. So I feel that the divine is calling on Taurus to walk away from whatever this is. Regroup, go back to the drawing board, and figure out how you want to go about this, because tackling this in the way that you have, it isn't working, or you may not be getting through to this person. And I get it. I feel that you don't give up. I feel that you don't want to surrender. I feel like you don't want to say that we failed, or we couldn't do it, or we didn't get through those doors. I feel like you want to say, you know what, I pushed and pushed and I made it happen, but then I got through. But then I'm picking up that a lot of you could also be tired of fighting. You're tired of fighting with this person. You're tired about repeating yourself. You're tired of doing the same thing over and over and over to make this person happy, and then they're not satisfied. And I even feel that, Taurus, this is causing you to even not see the blessings in your life. And some of you could be isolating yourself because it's just been very difficult. I feel like some family members or friends are worried about some of you guys. I'm not really sure what this is, but Taurus is being called to come back to themselves. Taurus is being called to step away from this because this is a fight that you were never supposed to fight in the first place. You were never supposed to be put in a position to prove yourself when it comes to whatever that this is. Everyone's story is different. But if you feel that you're doing everything that you can to show that you are worth this promotion, but this company is just not budging, it's time to not fight when they have already made their minds up. And it's also time to not over-explain yourself when people are committed to misunderstanding you. I just feel that the fighting, the back and forth, the stubbornness to let this be could actually be holding you back, Taurus. The Nine of Cups can talk about either inner satisfaction or something that you were hoping for and it just didn't turn out in the way that you thought. So now it's time for Taurus to do what really is best for them. And sometimes the best thing to do really is to let go and accept. I actually just posted this on my Instagram. All of my social media links is in the description below. And I was saying that there's so much power that you can experience when you learn to accept the things that you cannot change and recognize that if something is resisting what it is that you want, then it's not really for you and it's not meant for you to force it. It's not meant for anyone to force you to do something that you don't want. This is when you take a step back and you focus more so on what is and focus on what you can cultivate, what you can create, what you can make happen. Now, I'm not sure what this means for a lot of you because everyone's story is different, right? But it's time to get out of whatever that this is. It's time to stop fighting this fight, whatever that this could be. Now, on a positive note, because I want to pull an oracle message to see what the divine has to say, we have poise. We have the here and the now. And then we also have the observer. The card that wanted to jump out was chaos and conflict, but it didn't really pop out. It was just a card that was poking out of the deck, and I wanted to see what it was, but it didn't jump out. So this is more so of energy that is beneath the surface. But let's focus more so on the 3 cards that showed up right here. So when I think about the word being poised, it's more so of she's not forcing anything. She's just allowing things to be. And then we have the here and the now. There's no point in dwelling on the past. There's also no point in freaking out and worrying about the future, but it's going to benefit you to really be in the right now, in this present moment. What can you do in this moment to make your future brighter? And then we have the observer. Now, a lot of you are also coming to a realization that, again, how you were trying to do something wasn't working. So you're actually looking at your options, or you're being called to look at your options. You're being called to evaluate what needs to be here and what doesn't. And I'm even seeing that this could be something popping up in connections, relationships, dynamics. Some of you guys are, it's either one extreme or the other. It's either you're walking away from someone because you're no longer going to accept whatever that this is, or you are getting closer with your partner and it's growing stronger and you're going to do what is best for you and your partner. And if you're single, this is more so about, I'm going to do what is best for me. I'm going to put my best foot forward because I'm no longer going to keep forcing this. The word that I keep hearing is forceful, forcing. And in itself, as I am channeling for Taurus, I'm already exhausted. And because I can feel that a lot of you guys are also exhausted in trying to make something fit and trying to make something work. And you know something? You're not the only zodiac sign that's been getting the same message, but just in a different way. All of the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, are all going through something where we're either resisting change, or we may be stubborn to not take that opportunity, to take that chance, to take that necessary risk, to recognize someone for who they are, to recognize that, you know what, maybe I'm being lied to recognize that it's not okay to make excuses for said behavior. It's just gonna set you free when you say it is what it is. And I just heard that intuitively. It is what it is. For some of you, it's not even that deep. For some of you, it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know what, I'm not going to flip out about this. This is who you are. I'm not going to be hard on myself. It is what it is. And there's so much power in it is what it is. Like, say it with me. It is what it is. There's something freeing about saying that. If you say that over and over, it begins to set in deep in your soul. And that in itself, you begin to accept it. But for some of you, it's like, no, it can't be. No, I put too much into it. I gave up so much. I did this, I did that. True. However, whatever that this is, whatever that you've been fighting for, how has it been going? How's the fight going? Is anyone winning? Is anyone showing progress in some form of a victory? Is the war coming to an end? Because did you guys know, well, of course you know, but wars take years to wrap up. Wars can take a long time. The conflict itself can go on, and then next thing you know it, 3 years later, 2 years later, it's over. But that's a long time for a lot of fighting, a lot of lives being lost. It's senseless. And it actually hurts more people that had nothing to do with the war in itself. So some of you are in this war and it's ongoing. And it's like, okay, when does it stop? Whether it's the war within yourself, the war in this relationship, the war at trying to prove yourself at this job, the war of whatever that's going on in family. When do we say, okay, you know what? I'm waving a white flag. It is what it is. This is who you are. I also keep hearing that. This is who you are. This is who you are. You might be saying that about somebody. Now, another thing that's showing up for Taurus with the 5 of Pentacles here, a lot of you guys are looking at your money and you're thinking about ways to generate more income for yourself. I wouldn't be shocked if, because of whatever conflict that this is, you have either been pushing things back to help you make more money, or it could be that someone could even owe you money. There's something going on with money for Taurus, and that makes sense because I believe for Taurus, Venus is Taurus's ruling planet, and that planet was retrograde for a very long time up until recently. It just went direct. So again, if money's been a little slow, or if you need to get your money back, I actually feel that something is going to be coming through for Taurus to actually get more money, better job opportunities, the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you guys are even considering moving, relocating is also coming up for Taurus. Because whatever this is, whatever fight that this is, you're reaching a conclusion that this isn't it. Some of you are either fighting to reach this conclusion because maybe you're just stubborn and whatever, you don't want to shake it. And I get it. You just don't want to give up. I get it. But then there's some of you where it's like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and this is just where I'm at. I'm just going to move and it is what it is. Or I'm just going to quit and go somewhere else, or I'm going to look for something better because it is what it is. Or I'm no longer going to do this, I'm going to do that. Another thing, Taurus, you absolutely have nothing to prove. If anything, it's a risk if you don't take this initiative to move forward. Okay, it's a risk. 8 of Swords reverse. And what I love about the 8 of Swords reverse in your reading is that a lot of you are taking the blindfold off and you're realizing, oh wow, I can see clear. I don't have to do this anymore. I can just move forward, because the 8 of Swords can talk about feeling trapped. A reverse position is recognizing that you're actually not trapped. It's all in the mind. And then we have the Judgment card. Another thing that's coming through, Taurus, because here's the thing. When you recognize that there's nothing you can do to change this, you're going to deal with people actually chasing you because you're walking away for good this time. You're leaving this behind for good this time. You're not doing the back and forth. It's almost like because you say enough is enough, or not even enough is enough. It's almost because you say, I'm just going to let this go. You may deal with someone running behind you saying, wait, no, aren't you going to keep fighting? Aren't you going to prove this to me? Aren't you going to do this? Aren't you going to do that? And Taurus is like, no, I'm not. I'm good. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't really give a, like, that's the vibe that I'm getting for Taurus, because I got the 10 of Cups, Strength, the Star, and the Ace of Cups. So you see how the reading turns around? All of the cards were pretty heavy, but literally the 10 of Cups is emotional happiness. This actually sets you free when you say, I'm just not doing this anymore. This isn't working for me, or I don't think I want to be friends with this person anymore. I don't think I want to keep taking this person back. I don't think I want to make the money that I'm making. I want to make more. I want to go back to school. I'm going to take that opportunity. I don't want to resist change. I want to embrace it. Some of you know that you can make more money, but there's this, nah, I'm good with where I'm at. And it's like, well, no, you're not, because you know that you could have more than what you have now. So if you're making 6 figures, you know that there's an opportunity or something has already been given to you to take it to another level. It could even mean, you know what, I've been resisting it, but I think I'm going to go back to school. I've been resisting it, but I think I'm going to learn something new and get that license or get that certificate. I think I am ready to finally do what I said. No, I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I wasn't going to date anymore. I said I wasn't, but I'm actually ready, and I don't want to keep doing the same thing. The Strength card can speak about stubbornness, yes, but it can also speak about your strength. It can also speak about how you can turn that around and make this work for you, okay? And there's actually a positive result for Taurus if you guys stop fighting this fight that nobody is winning, especially with the Star card. And then the Ace of Cups is that emotional offer. It's friendship, it's new beginnings, it's blessings. And I really love that the Ace of Cups shows up as your endgame reading. I want to pull some romantic cards. Now, the card that fell on the floor just now, I kid you not, is give this relationship a chance. Now, for some of you, this card is also on the floor, so I'm trying to get it. Yeah. Now, for some of you, maybe you have given this person a lot of chances, right? And a lot of you may not want to take this person back, for some of you. And then there's a lot of you where give this relationship a chance, healing family issues and reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life, for some of you. Now, this whole reading is saying, you know what, I'm tired of fighting this fight, I'm going to walk away, right? And as you walk away from one thing, something comes up or something comes towards you, and it's going to be up to you if you want to deal with that or not. So that's interesting. Let's pull some more messages. So Taurus, have you been dealing with someone resurfacing? Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, have you been dealing with someone trying to talk to you again, trying to come back from the past? They want to talk to you. They want to see where this goes. And I actually feel that for some of you, this is going to be a very good conversation, because maybe for months you guys have been kind of going back and forth on social media. It's been a little like, oh, well, she posted this and he did this. It's petty, I know, but I'm thinking of a scenario. And now it's like, you know what, I'm tired of doing this. Let's just have a conversation. I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You've been stubborn. I've been stubborn. Let's go out for coffee and have a conversation. Some of you are feeling that way. And then some of you are like, I don't need to have a conversation. I just want to be done with it. I want nothing to do with this person. It really depends on where you stand. It depends on the story. It depends on what's going on. Again, everyone's story is different. But some of you are done, and then some of you are like, I'm done fighting. So let's just lay this to rest, and we'll just figure out what we do from there, because this is not healthy for me, or this is no longer working, or this is not acceptable. it's like you're putting your foot down. And it's gonna get you a positive result. So no more fighting this fight and nobody's winning. Now it's about, we need to have a result. This needs to come to an end. It's either we're together or we're not. It's either I work here or I don't. It's either I move or I stay. It's either we're moving forward in this relationship or I may have to consider looking elsewhere because I want more for myself. It's either I am making more money or I need to just be happy with what I have and stop complaining. Decisions are gonna have to be made during this time for Taurus. So yeah, I get it. Tower card sucks. That sucks. Something that you knew was going to blow up, it did, or things kind of took a different turn. I get it. But at least you have the power and the tools to turn this around in your favor. It's just no more fighting this ongoing fight. We have the fates. This is talking about what goes around comes back around. I want to read the message of the fates to you guys, actually, because it's actually one of my favorite cards. And it says here, the serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Is one of my favorite prayers ever. The serenity prayer. I always go back to that whenever I am being too stubborn or resisting some form of a change, right? And it says here, there are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by God for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the serenity prayer. It's also saying that other people are who they are. You can't really change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever it is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect for the perspective of God? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on and moving forward. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. Everything happens for a reason, Taurus. Everything happens for a reason, Taurus. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. You let this go, you find peace. You stop the fighting, you find peace. You have a healthy conversation with this person, you find peace. Or you choose, nah, this person's not worthy to have that healthy conversation because they created all of this in my life. I'm gonna move forward, you find peace. Whatever conclusion that you come to, peace should be the end game. So let's put our swords down. Let's stop fighting. Let's get out of the ring. Let's not be the bulls. Let's not keep, it's like there's a whole bunch of bulls just slamming their heads against each other, not giving up. And it's like, you know what, let's stop. And let's find peace. That's your reading, Taurus. I really hope it resonated. Let me know if it did. Leave a comment down below. I hope it spoke to you the way that it even spoke to me. And thank you for sitting with me and listening to me. I love you guys, and we'll be back with another reading when I feel called to, because, you know, sometimes, yeah. All right, guys. Love you guys so much, and thank you. Bye.